Ask any person who has ever been in athletics as a child, and you ask them one person in their life that has inspired them the most, they would probably tell you your coach. What makes a great coach? There's many types of coaches. For example, Vince Lombardi. Vince Lombardi was known for being the head coach for the Green Bay Packers during the 1960s, where he led his team to 3 back-to-back consecutive and 5 total NFL championships. When Vince Lombardi passed away, all his players were devastated. Anybody today can tell you who Vince Lombardi is. If you ask someone, they'll tell you that he's probably the greatest coach of all time. Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells is known as also the Big Tuna well known as the Big Tuna by many of his players. He was known as the head coach at the NFL for 19 seasons, famous for being the head coach of the New York Giants, who he led to 2 Super Bowl titles. He later went on to coach the New York England Patriots, New York Jets, Dallas Cowboys, and is known for coaching underdog teams and making them famous. He's also the only coach in the NFL history that is known to lead 4 teams to the playoffs and 3 championships. Jim Calhoun. Jim Calhoun is NCAA men's basketball coach, known for being UConn head coach and winning 3 NCAA championships, 4 Final Fours, winning an NIT title in 1988, and 7 Big East tournament championships. He's also known at 68 as the oldest NCAA coach to bring on a Division I basketball title. Bobby Knight. Who doesn't know Bobby Knight? He's probably next to Vince Lombardi, one of the most famous. Bobby Knight is known for his time as head coach for the Indiana Hoosiers, nicknamed the General by his players due to his harsh coaching techniques. But due to those, he brought home 902 winning games, Division I men's college basketball champions. He coached the Hoosiers from 1971 to 2000. What makes a good coach? Is it winning? Is it being a mentor? The things that make a good coach are inspiration, learning, teaching moments, being a mentor to children and teenagers and your athletes. Someone who they're not going to punish you or yell at you. They're going to inspire you, teach you, learn from your mistakes. The only place from success before work is a dictionary. Vince Lombardi. Vince Lombardi was an innovator in his sport. He mentored his players. His players loved him. His funeral was full of people who grieved for him, not only his players, the family of the players. He took them under his wing. All these coaches have in common as they were inspired their players. They ensured that not only were they coaches, but they were friends when they needed it. They were there for the children who no one believed in them. They are there to inspire children. There's so many children in this country that the only solid role model that they have is their coach, is their basketball coach, is their softball coach, is their football coach. If it wasn't for these coaches, these children wouldn't have positive role models. So in a way, a coach is almost like an adopted uncle, an adopted aunt, a grandfather, people that those kids don't have. And sometimes coaches can be hard on us. Sometimes, the kids don't actually think that what the coach has is in their best interest. But it all comes down to they're a coach. But it's not only for, they're not only there to win games. It's winning in part of it. Yes, that's the whole point of why we play athletics, is to win a game. But at the end of the day, you're there to help shape these young lives, to ensure that these children have something bigger than themselves to look forward to. Many children, from ages 3 to all the way up to 18, if they've played athletics, they're going to tell you that they have a coach that they remembered, a coach that molded, that shaped them some way in their lives. I played athletics many years, and I did soccer from the age of 3 up until high school, and I did softball and basketball and so many athletics. And I had a good role model, but my parents worked a lot, and my parents weren't there to support me. And it sucked. It wasn't fun. Most kids don't have the parents there. But I had a coach that believed in me, a coach that pushed me, a coach that mentored me. And I owe my success to those coaches that believed in me. And many other people owe their success to coaches that believed in me. If there weren't coaches, there would be so many more children that wouldn't succeed in life. There'd be so many more children that wouldn't have that person to believe in them. There'd be so many more children that are breaking laws and in prison and fall through the cracks. Coaches are just as important as teachers. Coaches are just as important as a minister. Coaches are just as important as some of the parents. Coaches can help with that backbone. They can help with the parents. They can help shape these kids when others can't. And for that, I'm grateful. I hope that my kids have a coach that is just as strong. And like I said, I had a coach when I was in high school, or actually starting in middle school, girls soccer. I had a coach, Joe Pavich, and Joe was a father himself, but he took on every single one of those girls as if they were his own child. He invested so much time and effort into all the girls on the team. And I started to stray. I started to skip school, not want to go to practices, hang out with the wrong crowd. And my parents were too busy working. They were too busy providing. So they weren't there to help guide me. And Joe saw this. Joe, he told me, I won't give up on you. I know that you have the potential to be something greater than what you are. And he pushed me. He helped me. He helped me find, get into everything that I needed. I got into the military. He took me to the recruiter's office and I joined the military. He changed my life. If that man hadn't believed me and I hadn't joined the military, who knows where I would be? Who knows? In conclusion, as you can see from my story and others, coaches make an impact on people's lives. And a great coach is someone who will impact on your life forever. A great coach won't let you give up on your dreams. A great coach is going to inspire you, motivate you, and teach you and guide you. Thank you. My name is Jamie Feaster, and this is my presentation on what makes a great coach.